Hello guys and welcome back to yet another video. Now this is a bit of a different video. I've not done league racing content in a while, but we're back for ERO Bahrain. So this is round one of the new ERO season. I've got 18 races, so there's going to be plenty of content on the way ideally. And yeah, we're going to have fun with it. I've got Tim as my teammate. He's from Shizou as well, so that worked out very well for us. I'm currently on our first qualifying lap, as you can see, heading through turn 8 at Bahrain. Now, Bahrain wasn't a great track for us, so pace isn't as good as it will be at other tracks, but the race was pretty decent for me. For Tim, it's a different story, but you'll see that later. Anyways, you can see we have about 13 minutes to go on the clock. As we now enter the final sector. Now the bank run is just to get a safe lap time. Actually, this is not the bank. It's not sure. No, I don't think this is the banker. Not quite sure. Anyways, around the final corner, fourth gear, fifth gear, and then use all of the exit. Drake does a 27.7, so there's the banker, and we don't do a great lap at 28.0. And now we head onto a final lap already, as we're now going to take you through this. With into turn 1, just before that on the leaderboard, fourth gear, use the throttle to turn the car, use the curbs at turn 2, apex and exit. As you now towards turn 4, use all of the track on the entry, 100 meter board from a bit behind, and use all of the track on the exit. Then middle sector, sixth gear, throw the car in, through the right, through the left, use the curb, then use curb on entry, fourth gear. Don't really want to touch the curb, we actually missed the apex a tiny bit, but we get a brilliant exit. We now head into arguably the hardest corner on the track, fourth gear, and we absolutely nailed that. As Drake is out, as he had a moment on the exit, I went straight into the wall. As we're now 3/10 up, and we're only P11, so it's not really ideal so far. Fifth gear, throw the car in, use all other track as we gain a bit more time. Cameron says a 27.1, that's unnatural. As a reference, my PB was a 0.57, so he just went 4/10 quicker. But that penultimate corner was good as well. As we're now about 4/10 up, heading into the final corner and the final lap. Can we nail this final corner? We missed the apex a bit at the exit isn't great, so we're going to cross the line at about 4/10 on the delta, and it's going to put us P4 for now, but then Tony came to take us. So P5, that's kind of what I expected. Tim is further back because he had issues with FPS and freezes. But yeah, that's kind of what I expected at the start, like before. As you now head into the races, you've got the lights coming on us. We have 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and we're underway for season 9 of the European Racing Organization League. As you can see, we get a decent start. We just about get alongside Drake, so he cannot cover up the outside. So we have a good amount of space to work with. I'm not going to overtake him, but it's a decent start. We're going to keep our position. Everyone's on hards. Same for my team, but my teammate actually gets taken out, so he gets damage, and he's at the back of the field. Now that's good. That's important to know for what's going to happen next. So you can see nothing happens in us, like in our race so far. So my
Cameron P1 hat Miltos schon gedroppt gefühlt.
I speak German, so I just said Cameron already dropped P2. He had insane pace, so GG's to him. I have no idea how he had pace. But anyway, lap 3, yeah, that was just that he already dropped us out of DRS. And then we move to lap 5. You can see up ahead, Tony, also from Shizou, overtook also another driver from Shizou, Miltos Karafutis, I think. No, I don't know. Just say Miltos.
Tony hat Miltos 4P2.
Yeah, so that happened then. Then we skip midway through lap 5. In the middle sector, you can see Miltos goes a bit deep there, which gives Drake the opportunity to switch back him. And I'll switch back him again through the right-hander. He's going to go up the inside here. So he goes side by side, meaning they lose a lot of time. So I close up. which is good because I was like about 6.5 tenths back, maybe now I'm about to be 5. And they're going side by side through the final corner. So the exit for them onto this main straight is going to be really, really bad.
Drake
As you can
weniger
see,
als
we've got
10%
the
Batterie.
perfect seat to watch this. As now Drake goes defensive, Milta's got all the way to the inside wall there, to the pit wall, into the pit wall almost. As now into turn 1, Drake is at the inside, but he's flashing, and we've got 40% battery, so that's huge. As now I see both of them are flashing. Drake defends because he gets a bad exit. As I try and go around the outside, he brakes later, but then a safety car came out.
Ja! Mann, Alter.
And now that was my teammate Tim being happy that he got a safety car to get him back. So what they now did, they
Tony
boxed
führt.
from hards onto from mediums onto hards. He started on hards, but then end of lap 1 he had to pit to change his front wing, so went onto mediums and now back onto hards. So now he's on hards at the back basically. Meanwhile, lap 10 we go up the inside of Miltos. Now we're past, but we're like significantly alongside, in my opinion. But he
Miltos
decides
lässt mir
to not
absolut
leave
keinen
me.
Platz.
So first to him, I didn't report him. He's a reserve driver. But anyway, lap 14 we got past him because he ran out of ERS. I didn't get DRS. So up to P4. So that is a pretty decent bit of a moment, but that is fine. And I think, yeah, we skipped lap
Ja,
16.
Miltos hat ein bisschen verkackt.
Miltos got a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. I think I have
Ja,
one
die ersten 3
at a
bleiben alle
time.
draußen, ich komme
Maybe
rein.
2, I'm not quite sure. As we come into the pit lane for 1-0
Miltos
stop.
kommt hinter mir rein.
As the top 3
bleibst.
all stayed out,
Runde
but Miltos
22.
behind me followed me in. Anyway, we come into the pit lane onto a fresh set of mediums. And I see Tim is now entering turn 1 now. Tim is gonna be the benchmark in a way. As out of the pit lane, don't think we have traffic. The Ferrari behind us doesn't undercut us. Yeah, we don't really have traffic, but we're on cold tires, and the Ferrari behind us went a lap earlier than us, so he's got warm tires. So he probably close up into our DRS. He's already within a second. But then 3 laps later, they had a fight behind, so there's a safe gap behind as we now go for the move on Hugo Caballero. I think he's not made his pit stop yet. I think he boxed under the first
Der
safety
Williams
car,
vor mir fährt auch durch.
and he's gonna go for it. Now already on lap 22, we overtake one of the runners that went for hordes at the first safety car, and they're going to the end. Now Drake did an unexpected strategy. He started on hards, and he went all the way till lap 21, I think, and now went on the soft. So now you can see in front of us we've got P6 and P7, the two Red Bulls. They both boxed on lap number 7, and they're all on hards to the end. So what was the net P4 right now is the net P8. So we need to push, we need to make moves, and you could just see how the gap is coming down as the squiggling here in the background, that's us talking. But yeah, you can see how the gap's coming down. It's coming down slowly and slowly. So worth noting, they're on 16 lap old hards, while I'm on 7 lap old mediums. So my tires are so much better, but besides the tire advantage, my raw pace is also faster. So you can see we're now very, very close to the back of Stella Artois. As we head onto lap 24 now, as you can see, they're flashing. I'm flashing too, though, as I had to push. As we force Stella to go defensive, and he's gonna go in a bit deep while we go for the switchback, and then we go round the outside. This time we're left space, which is very nice. As we then have DRS on his teammate Nilsson, as heading towards turn 4. We pull to the outside, we brake very late, and we go straight around the outside of Nilsson to pull a double overtake
Ja,
over
bin
to
an
the Red Bulls. As you can see, we're back up to P6, but now the last lap of the race, Tim was in P2, but then with half a lap to go, he got a puncture and then he spun around, which is insanely unlucky. Basically, he had the freezes in quali, which is why his quali was bad, and then he got damage and spun round on lap 1.
Kannst du nicht machen, Versuch was
safety
wert.
car on lap number whatever it was, brought him back into the race, but then half a lap before the end, a puncture denied him. And the puncture is RNG. Once you have 75% tire wear, it's RNG. But anyway, P5 to P5 for us. I'm really happy with that. As you could see, we're now spectating the podium walk. But yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Griffin is the guy in P4. He started in P16. So for him, he did the same
Mann,
strategy as
Alter.
Tim, but I think he was running a lot
Ach,
higher
Mann.
pressures because he
Glück
didn't even get to
war
the
heute auch
puncture
nicht am Start.
territory.
Yep.
He didn't
Aber
have fast
bei,
pace,
bei
but it's just the
Quill
luck of the
schon.
safety car. So the safety car that almost helped
Mann, eine halbe
Tim
Runde
to get the
mehr.
podium destroyed my P4 basically because I got Miltos, but I got overtaken by Griffin on strategy. But yeah, that is round 1 of ERO done. Next race is Japan, which might not be better, but it's a difficult track. So should be exciting. It's also a good track to race at. It's a wide track. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, take care and goodbye.